With only 2 days remaining before the next developer update video, the excitement in the Dreamlight Valley community is notable. In today's video, we'll be discussing a few recent teasers from the Dreamlight Valley team, as well as some speculation about what you can expect to see from the upcoming developer showcase. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that I'm a small full-time content creator, so every like on this video can make a tremendous difference for me. Consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. If you would like to catch more of my content, you can find me live on Twitch Monday through Friday. Links to both my Twitch channel and Discord server can be found in the video description down below. And with that out of the way, let's get started. So, the developer showcase drops this week, which means we're pretty close to the next update. So what can we expect to see, and more importantly, when can we expect to see it? We'll discuss all of that and more in today's video. But for now, let's start with the what. Thanks to the 2025 roadmap, it's all but confirmed we'll be seeing Peter Pan and Skull Rock will finally come into play. This was further driven home with a Dreamlight Valley social post released on May 27th, which showed what seemed to resemble a pirate treasure map leading to Skull Rock with an X marks the spot style graphic. So we know we can expect Peter Pan and Skull Rock, but what else? Well, more often than not, updates tend to include 2 new villagers, not just 1. Of course, this isn't always the case, but it is pretty common. So if we are to receive a second character in addition to Peter Pan, who would it be? Personally, my money is on Tinkerbell for a few reasons. First off, we've been receiving loads of fairy-themed items lately, and I have a theory that this is all building up to the release of Tinkerbell. That way, once Tinkerbell arrives, we'll be in a position to provide her with her very own fairy paradise. But what about Tinkerbell's house? Where will she live? After all, we already received her house as a premium home option. Well, to that I say, we saw something similar with Mike and Sully. Like, we got the Mike and Sully apartment, but they were still added to the game at a later date, and we received a secondary house for them. Additionally, I would expect Tinkerbell to live with Peter Pan the same way Mike lives with Sully. After all, it's not uncommon for new villagers to room together. With all of that said, I guess Captain Hook could also be a potential villager instead of Tinkerbell, and he does align with the new STARPATH theme a bit better than she does, but we'll talk about the new STARPATH theme a bit later. Between Captain Hook and Tinkerbell, I think Tinkerbell is the safer guess, but then again, it's also possible that we will get neither of them, and Peter Pan is the only new character from this next free update. That said, my money's still on Tinkerbell. Now, I know I just said that we could possibly see 2 characters in this approaching update, but what if I told you we could see up to 3 or 4? Now, before you call me crazy, let's take a look at the 2025 roadmap. That's right, Storybook Vale Part 2 seems to share a release date with the time frame of the Peter Pan update, which means we should also expect to unlock Maleficent and Aurora. Of course, this would not be part of the free update, and it would only come into play if you already own Storybook Vale. Though for those of us that own Storybook Vale, I think there might be a lot more excitement than just a couple of new characters. I'm fully expecting to see new craftables, decor, wardrobe options, loads of new quests, and even possibly some interesting new gameplay mechanics. Unlike a Rift in Time, which had 3 update releases, Storybook Vale only has 2. The initial release and the release of Part 2. This means the Storybook Vale Part 2 update should be pretty large in size and scope, and I don't know about you, but I am very eager to explore what's next for the Vale, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's still technically possible that Storybook Vale Part 2 releases a bit later than the Peter Pan update, though I sincerely hope that's not the case. Either way, we still have some other teasers to discuss related to the free update. With that, it's time to talk about the new STARPATH. On May 30th, Dreamlight Valley Socials published another set of emoji clues teasing the next STARPATH theme. These included a pirate flag by a monkey face, a mermaid by some coral, and a shell by some bubbles. I'm guessing the first pair hints at a new pirate monkey companion, the second could be a mermaid wardrobe option, and the third is likely some kind of new ocean-inspired decor. Regardless of what these emoji clues hint at, one thing seems to be certain. This approaching STARPATH appears to have an oceanic and pirate-style theme. If the emoji clues aren't obvious enough, both avatars featured on the Save the Date post for the developer update video are wearing pirate-inspired outfits. Now, I'm sure you find all of this very exciting, but the big question is, when is all of this happening? Well, we should have our answer this Wednesday. Developer update videos almost always close out with a release date announcement, and I expect this one to be no different. If I had to guess, I would say the update will likely drop Wednesday, June 18th, 2 weeks from the release of the showcase video. There are a few reasons I think this date is a safe guess. First off, for the last several updates, there's been a 2-week gap in between the STARPATH's end and the next update's release, and our current STARPATH ends this week. Secondly, data miners have found that the last Dreamsnap challenge listed in the game is for June 11th, meaning the next challenge would have to be added with an update on June 18th. Just keep in mind, it's still entirely possible that the update could come slightly earlier or slightly later than the 18th. It's just not very likely. The last thing I want to touch on is quality of life changes, as this has been a constant thing coming with each new free update over the last several update cycles. Recently, we got some very big changes to the camera mode, we got the uncrafting station, and let's not forget the amazing addition of floating islands. So with each update having some cool quality of life changes and fun new features, what can we expect in the Peter Pan update? And to that, honestly, I am not sure. Your guess is as good as mine. There are a lot of different things the Dreamlight Valley developers could do to improve the gameplay mechanics and overall quality of life for the player base. I don't want to speculate much here because, again, I'm not really sure what to expect, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What are some quality of life changes or new additions that you would love to see come into the game from the new Peter Pan update? In closing, there's a lot to look forward to concerning this next update. And lucky for us, there's only a couple of days remaining before the developer update video reveals exactly what's in store. So what are your thoughts on the recent teasers and reveals? Are you excited for the pirate or ocean-themed decor? Do you think Tinkerbell will make an appearance alongside Peter Pan? What are you expecting regarding Storybook Vale Part 2? Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you found today's video helpful, informative, or simply entertaining, please do me a very big favor and press that like button. Also, consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. As with previous updates, I will be live the moment this new update releases, regardless of what day it comes. If you'd like to tune in and join our growing community, you can catch me live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the next update day. Oh, and by the way, I've really been considering streaming on YouTube as well. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you guys would be interested in. If I were to do my first YouTube live stream ever, how many of you guys would come through and say hello? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the future of Disney Dreamlight Valley.